In Hong Kong, lawmakers gathered at the Legislative Council for the second reading of a bill that would have granted limited legal rights to same-sex couples who registered their partnerships overseas. A heated clash of argument was seen between the proponents and opponents of bill.
If today's bill on registering same-sex partnerships is passed, it would be like opening Pandora's box. Our traditional family and ethical values will be breached and collapse. This will also trigger even further intense controversy within Hong Kong society. Therefore, we believe today's bill on same-sex partnership registration must not be passed, and we firmly oppose it.
This bill is being watched by the international community. People want to see how diverse our Legislative Council is. Does our Legislative Council truly reflect the demands and voices of different groups in society? And when it comes to equality for homosexuals, a human rights issue highly valued in Europe, how seriously do we take it? I feel that the New People's Party has a responsibility here. Our party has much contact with friends from the LGBT community, including many talented people. I believe that, in principle, we should support this bill.
The debate exposed deep divisions, with pro-Beijing legislators warning it would erode traditional family values, while others urged the city to reflect the demands of a diverse society. After heated arguments, the vote was called. With 71 against and only 14 in favor, the bill was decisively vetoed.
During media briefing, Secretary for Constitutional and Mainland Affairs, Eric Tsang said, "As this bill has not been passed, of course the government will feel disappointed. But after all, the Legislative Council is exercising its constitutional function and power under the Basic Law to deliberate and enact laws. Legislators from the Legislative Council are representatives reflecting the opinions of different sectors and the public. Since legislators believe the bill cannot reflect mainstream opinion in Hong Kong at present and cannot forge consensus, the government will respect the Legislative Council's decision and the outcome of the vote."
LGBTQ activists expressed frustration, saying the decision is a setback for human rights, but insisted the fight for equality will continue.
The bill cannot support today. I feel very disappointed, and also my community feel disappointed too. But I want to tell the people, today is not the end game. I think we still can do something to improve the equal right in Hong Kong. So carry on.
Religious groups, however, celebrated the result, arguing same-sex partnerships undermine marriage and family values.
The reason is that this undermines family values, as well as the institution of marriage. If you look around the world, the LGBT movement is a sexual liberation movement for homosexuals that can destabilize family and marriage values in nations and cities, and also harms the next generation of children. Marriage ought to be between a man and a woman. Two men cannot have children and produce descendants. And when two men engage in sexual activity, it is easier for HIV/AIDS or other sexually transmitted diseases to spread, with far-reaching consequences. We cannot pass on these mistaken values to the next generation of children. That is why we resolutely oppose it.
Experts warn the move could damage Hong Kong's global image, especially as more Asian nations recognize LGBTQ rights.
Globally, there is an increasing number of jurisdictions that recognize the rights of same-sex relationships, and they're not only in the so-called Western world. We also see that increasingly happening in Asia. We see that happening in Taiwan, in Nepal, and also most recently in January 2025 in Thailand. So the move today in Hong Kong seems to be quite inconsistent from the development in other parts of the world that increasingly welcome the LGBT plus community as an increasingly valued workforce, also an increasingly valued customer base. So I'm a little bit concerned about what signal this would send to the global LGBT plus community in terms of whether Hong Kong sends a welcoming arm to them.
For now, the city remains at a crossroads. with questions over how it will meet its legal obligations to provide basic protections for same-sex couples.